Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have my mom with me today. I'm doing her makeup. I just did her brows off camera. We're filming a video today. I'm going to be doing her makeup. So, I'm so glad they can't see the hot mess on this table. I got my sister with me. Do you want to say hi? Hi! Look at the tape on there. She's getting married in springtime, so she's been really wanting me to practice her makeup on her. I'm going to be using this Milani palette with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to mix those together and we're going to create something beautiful.
Great,
so,
I can't wait.
You ready?
I'm ready.
In this Tarte concealer, this is the best one. I use it as an eyeshadow base. So this step is optional. I know a lot of people like to use eyeshadow primer, but I'm really obsessed with concealer. I just really love the way it applies to the skin, and I really just like the way it makes the eyeshadows look. It makes the colors pop a lot more for me personally. So I just like to use it, especially when you're using bright colors. It makes them stand out a lot more. So this step is completely optional, but definitely try it out, guys. It has changed my eyeshadow game forever. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be using this brush that I got online from Ulta. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to blend it into her crease in a circular motion. And I'm going to make sure that everything is blended out seamlessly so everything looks flawless. So when I apply her colors afterwards, everything will blend out evenly and nothing will kicky. Also, I do apologize for the audio, guys. I don't have a microphone at the moment, so I'm using my phone. So apologize about that. So I'm going to be using this orange shade for the Milani palette, and what I'm going to be doing is going to be putting this on her outer corner V, or whatever you guys call it, V-line or whatever. So I was trying to explain to my mom that, and she was super confused because I accidentally said, oh, I'm going to put this out on your V. And she was like, what are you putting on my V? That's what we were laughing about right here. She was like, bitch, you ain't putting shit on my V. So anyways, I'm going to deafen out the outer corner V-line, whatever you guys want to call it. And this was just going to create more dimension in her look. After that's all done, I'm going to apply a shimmery shade on her eyelid. And it's just going to make it look more beautiful, and it's going to make it pop out and stand out on her eyes. I thought it looked amazing. She was super happy with it. It came out beautiful. I used the one from the Jaclyn Hill palette, not Pill. Anyways, I used it from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and it is a really stunning shade, but I prefer shimmery shades to be applied with a finger because I feel like it gives off a more intense glow on the eyelid, and it came out stunning. Loved it. Looks amazing. Love it. What I'm doing right here is I'm just adding a darker brown shade, and I'm just putting it on the outer corner again, just to give it a little bit more dimension, so the look comes out a lot more defined and stunning. Oh my god, girl, she knows she looks cute. Miss Thang is feeling herself over here. Look at her. I look at her. She's like, yes, bitch. I know I'm that bitch. I came here to steal your man. She looks stunning and beautiful. I cannot wait for you guys to see the completed look. I was so proud. I was like, yes, bitch, I did that. I was so proud. Anyways, let's get back into the video. So what I'm doing right here is I'm getting a dark brown shadow, and I'm going to use it as a winged eyeliner just to make the look a little bit more smoky and more defined. It looks so stunning. I just liked the way it looked, and what I'm going to do is I'm using my finger to just kind of smoke it out so it looks nice and winged out. Okay. Alright, so what I'm you gotta white thing. What? You gotta use some white stuff right in there. Oh. And that is how I was born. No, I'm kidding. Moisturizer, guys, is super important when you do your makeup. Is that Richard? So what I'm doing here is I'm applying a Smashbox primer, and I'm going to apply it all over her face, especially in her oiliness spots because she does have oily skin. So I'm going to apply it all over her face, especially in the places where she's oily. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a mattifying look. It's going to fill in her pores, and her makeup is going to look really smooth, and her makeup is going to look amazing. So these lashes I got from Ardell, these are from Walgreens. They were like $3. They were on sale. A tip I want to give to you guys is make sure to trim the eyelashes to your eye shape. So if you're like myself, I have small eyelids and so does she. Make sure to size it to your eye shape and make sure it fits nicely in with your eyes, because I see a lot of people making the mistake of just throwing their eyelashes on and it makes it looks ridiculous, y'all. I see a lot of y'all doing this. Make sure to trim your eyelashes, girl, because they're not custom made for your eyes. So make sure to trim those up, bitches. And also, another thing, I like to apply mascara before I put eyelashes on, just because if you're like me and you don't want to waste your money on eyelashes and you want to keep using them again, it lasts a lot longer if you use it beforehand. So there you go, bitch, save your coin. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to apply a thin layer of glue on the eyelash band, and what this is going to do is just going to create a base to stick to her eyelids so her lashes will stay on all night. Best ones I know hands down, it's a clear one and it comes with an applicator. You can get it at Walmart, Target, Walgreens. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it dry for about 20 seconds, and then after that's done, I'm going to apply it on the eyelashes as quickly as possible so the glue does not dry down too quickly, because this glue does dry down quick, and this glue will rip out your eyeballs, girl. It's the best glue I know, hands down. So go out and go get it, girl. Right here I'm going to apply my favorite Tarte foundation, and I'm just going to squirt out 3 squirts, and then I'm just going to put it on the back of my finger, and then I'm going to apply little dots all over her face just to give it a nice even coverage. Feel when I left?
Happy.
When I moved to Texas. Did you miss me?
I did, but I was glad you got the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You came back a different person anyway. At least you got a girl.
No, I'm definitely different now.
Yeah.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do, see all this space right here? Oh my god, I'm having deja vu. Oh.
I would love deja vu.
This is weird. I'm having deja vu. Okay, anyways. Woo! Sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the space under her eyes because I'm going to put concealer on. The biggest mistake is I would put way too much foundation on, and it just makes the makeup look like a hot mess.
Foundation overkill.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply with a beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend everything into her skin and try to make everything even and all blended out. I prefer to use a beauty blender wet instead of dry, just because I feel like it gives it a more even coverage and it just looks a lot more flawless. So I'm just going to blend out everything out on her skin. Beauty video. Now we're going to put in some Tarte concealer. I'm going to apply it under her eyes. I'm only going to put a little bit, not too much. Look up. It doesn't have a lot of pimples or dark circles. That's what a healthy relationship does to you. Be honest with me. Did you know I was gonna be like this?
Makeup?
Like that I wanted to be like a boy and a girl. Like, do you think that's gonna happen? Like, do you think that's gonna happen?
No.
No, you didn't think it was gonna happen?
No, I didn't think so.
Well, do you think I was gonna be straight? Probably not.
I guess I never really thought of it. It just comes natural. Like, instantly parents think that, you know what I mean? You don't think that way.
You don't think that they're gonna be gay
or
trans or whatever. When I got that Lady Gaga album, that's when I thought you would be like, oh dear. I thought that's when you would be like, okay, what's going on?
I remember down in San Antonio when you were go by Chester's and you came up to me and you were like, I forgot how old you were. You were pretty little, and Chester's like, he's got something to tell you, and you said I'm gay. And
last I started liking boys is when I was like, God, I was super
I've liked
young.
boys forever too.
When I first watched RuPaul's Drag Race, that's kind of when I realized that was, because my mom used to watch it a lot.
I just like RuPaul.
Well, she still does, but she doesn't watch it that much.
Hardly is it even on anymore?
Yeah. But I would watch him, and I would just be obsessed with like how a boy could turn into a woman and like
And go work it, girl.
Look up, Liddy, when you use this. It's more her shade.
And every moment counts, baby. I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars. We can sleep under the stars or hang out in hotel bars.
So what I'm doing here is I'm applying a bronzer on her face, and I'm going to do it in the shape of a 3. I'm going to start with her forehead, and then I'm going to work on her cheekbones, and then I'm going to go down to her chin. And what this is going to do is this is going to give her a chiseled out look. It's going to make her face look a lot more slim. Bitch, she is just feeling her fantasy right now. She's like, yes, hunty, I am the most fancy queen out there. I am that bitch, girl. Like, she's like, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom, bitch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some setting powder, and I'm just going to chisel out her cheekbones to make it look a little bit more defined. This is the Maybelline setting powder. It's only like $6. It's like one of the best drugstore setting powders out there. You guys really should go get it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply them on her cheekbone. I'm not going to put too much because then it's going to look cakey. So I'm only applying a little bit just to give her a little bit more of a chisel look, so her cheekbones look a little bit more defined.
Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do.
So next I'm applying a little bit of lip liner that I got from Maybelline. Those are my favorite ones, and I'm only following her natural lip line and slightly going above it. And this is just going to make her lips look a little bit more defined and a little bit more full. Do not overdraw, people. Worst mistake ever.
What made you like start liking makeup? Like,
I just like the way I feel like transform.
really?
I've always liked makeup. When I was younger, I used to steal your makeup. Honestly, she didn't know this. I was stealing. But I was her son,
my
so
3 makeups I have.
all she had, I remember what she had. She wore blue CoverGirl.
Oh yeah,
Foundation.
the cover girl. That's right.
And it was way too light for her. I remember what she used to wear because I stole it.
Oh my god, don't try to keep buying it all the time.
And she would freak out because she would be like, she didn't remember this, but she would freak out and be like, what the? But I got away with it because never would she think her son would take her stuff from her.
No.
She'd never think I was going to take her freaking... You did catch me one time, though.
I don't remember that.
You're like, why the hell you look like a ghost? She freaked out. She doesn't remember, though.
I don't remember.
But she did. And one time I dressed up as a girl.
I remember when we went trick-or-treating.
Yeah, you
I remember that.
Okay, good. About time you finally admit you remember it.
You had heels.
I did. You remember that? I wanted to be a girl so badly, and my mom was like, why? Don't you want to be like a superhero or something? I was like, no, I want to be a queen. And then at the time, she didn't understand it, so she was just like, all right, I guess.
Whatever. Just get some candy.
She let me do my thing, though.
It's true.
She did. She didn't stop me from doing it. But I dressed up. I think I wore the big sunglasses. Probably some
My sunglasses.
Probably some really cheap old dress. I don't remember what I wore. I wish we had pictures. So
Look like a hoochie.
I look like a hot mess. I thought I was that bitch that day, though.
I remember.
I felt so happy.
I remember when you wore that. It was like a skirt dress.
I was so happy when I wore it.
And you're walking down the street.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me?
So now that we've baked everything, now I just have to wipe off all the Coke under her eye, and then I'm just going to wipe off all the powder and just make sure everything is all blended evenly and just make everything look super nice and smooth. Next, I'm just going to make sure everything is blended out evenly and making sure that the colors are still pigmented and everything still looks flawless and beautiful. So I'm just going to do a couple touch-ups. Next, I'm going to apply some eyeshadow underneath her eye. I'm going to apply pretty much the same shades that I used before. Just going to deaden up the eyeshadow and blend out everything under her eye. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. So I'm just going to use that orange shade, and then I'm just going to blend it underneath her eye. So I'm going to use this highlighter I just bought. I'm going to mix in the 2 shades. This is Lightning Dust.
Lightning.
This is more natural, but she's not going to be natural today. It's not happening.
Let's make the most of
One thing about highlighter is make sure to apply a nice even coat. Do not over apply highlighter. As much as I love a glow with the next person, putting too much highlighter at the same time can make your pores accentuate and make your face look super holy. So I tried to just apply a natural amount of highlighter and it made her face look super flawless, and her highlighter came out flawless, girl. Now this step is optional. I do like to apply a little bit of highlighter underneath the eyes for my contour palette. I got this from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I just like to apply it underneath the eyes, a little bit on the forehead and Cupid's bow, and this will just make everything look a little bit more flawless, and it makes everything set in the face a little bit better. This choice is optional. Not everybody likes to do it because it can make your face look a little bit cakey. So if you do this step, just make sure not to apply too much. If you're like me and you make mistakes, you get a little mascara on your eyelid or you mess up your lipstick a little bit, just get a little bit of foundation and just clean it up with that. And that will really help just bring everything back to life. Just remember guys, if you mess up on makeup, it's okay. Makeup wipes off, it's not permanent. So if you make a mistake, it's totally fine. Just clean it up with a little bit of foundation and you're all good to go. So next I'm going to apply a highlighter shade on her inner corner, and what this will do is just going to give her eyeshadow a little bit more pop or whatever. It's just going to give a little bit more youthful look, and it's just going to make them stand out. Then I like to apply underneath the brow bone, and what this will do is just going to lift the eyebrows, and it's also a good way to clean up any mistakes you made with your eyeshadow, so you can clean it up and make it look more defined. Now that her makeup is all complete, I'm going to use some setting spray, and I'm going to try to get every inch of her face, and I'm going to use a lot of setting spray because she has a lot of powder on her skin. So I'm going to use this little palette I have. I normally have a fan, but I don't know where it went, so I'm just going to use that, and I'm just going to set all of her makeup in and get everything melted into her skin. I'm going to make sure it's dry before I get it all done because, girl, you don't want it to get all crusty and dusty, bitch. This is my mom's finished makeup. How do you like it?
I love it.
You love it, girl? You look so good. So now her makeup's all done. We're gonna be filming another video. I'm thinking about doing a video where we actually you do my makeup. So if you guys
It'll be over in 2 minutes.
Girl, for real, I'll be done in 5
Yeah,
seconds.
5 seconds.
So if you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments. Thank you for coming on the video.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Happy New Year.
Alright, girl, we're gonna go head out and go get turned
We're going
up.
to the casino.
And we're gonna go have a good time. Thank you for coming on, Mom. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank
Love
you.
Alright, bye guys. See you later.